Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and today we are going to do this cute little turtle dish. So, what I am thinking is I've got this crushed glass. I got this at Michael's years ago in the green. So, we're going to do this probably in 2 steps. The first one, I'm going to put this in my resin, which I've got mixed up. And I didn't take the bubbles out because it's going into the stones. And we're going to put that around the edge. Let me just wipe this stick off here. And there is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little shell line right there. So the stones are just going to go along the edge into the head, into the flippers, and we're going to let that cure, and then we're going to do the shell part in the Intense Chameleon powder by Let's Resin in the dark green. So that's my plan. Whether we execute it or not is another story. So let me just grab some tape here and clean this off a little bit. So I just got this in. I do not know how much it holds, but I mixed up 6 ounces. So I'm hoping that is going to be enough for the border. So let me grab some gloves because I know I'll probably get sticky. You guys know me. All right. So I'm contemplating, do I pour the resin and then put the stones in, or do I put the stones in the resin? That is the thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it little bits at a time. I'm going to pour some resin, pour some stones. We'll get them in, and I'll kind of see how that goes. All right. So let's get this opened. And I want them, I want it somewhat thick. I want it to absorb, but yet I don't want it so thick that we're going to get some bubbles either. Oh, hang on. There is like a brown shell of some sort. So yeah, we don't want that in there. We're going for green here. All right, so I think that is going to be a good texture to start. So they're coated, but yet there's not a ton of resin floating on the top. All right. And then I'll have to probably wipe the shell because I know I'm going to get some on the shell. So let's just see what we can come up with here. I've had this shell for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. And I had a bunch of different ideas going through, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I wanted to do something a little different. And I might even change my mind on the Intense Chameleon. I don't know. I guess we'll see how this looks. once we get to that part. But as of now, that's the tentative plan. Because as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to back it in black to really get the intense color. But if I've got any little gaps in this green, then the black is going to run in there. And I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. And I know the head is going to probably take the most just because it's the deepest. But this way here, I'm hoping I can work any bubbles out that might get in there. All right, so I'm going to start going around the edges now. So I might have mixed up too much resin. I don't know. Ooh. Get it in the hole there, Michelle. So I'm thinking there's gonna be a little bit of a gap underneath the wings. I don't know. We'll go around and we'll see how it's going. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, this is why I put my gloves on, people. So I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. You guys, we're almost to 2,000. So once we get to 2,000, we will be doing another giveaway. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all those things, because it really does help my channel. It is free to join my channel, to subscribe to it. So this batch mixed. Get back in there. We got to get you wet. Couple more. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So I have another festival coming up on Saturday, which is a new one I've never been to. So I'm hoping that one goes as good as the last one. of hair here. And then I'm thinking, okay, depending on how much resin I have left, do I just color it and pour it in? I don't know. I've got all these different scenarios now as I'm doing it coming through my head, and I'm like, well, this would be pretty and that would be pretty. So we'll probably be doing this guy a couple of different ways. I'm probably going to also do one with some lights in it. Thought I saw a hair. Maybe not. All right, so let's get this turned around. Push those stones down because I want a nice, like, even layer around. Just gotta get them scooped in there. Turn this bugger again. I want the feet to be somewhat the same, you know, as far as like where the stones are, so that whatever color that we end up putting in will be the same on each side. All right, let's see here. I definitely have a bubble down here in this little area, so I'm gonna stir them around. Just getting the rocks off the stick so I can push them down. Now what to do, what to do, what to do. So that is pretty even all the way around, but I don't know if I try to fill these, then it's going to start coming up over, I think. So I've got 4 ounces, so that took 2. So I know I don't have enough to probably coat it, to fill it. All right, I'm just gonna pour a little bit more and we'll see if I can get more in there without it. All right. I think that will be good because then it's up more towards the shell. I gotta have it in front of me or I can't tell if I'm even or not. And I guess we'll put this in the head. And I know there's going to be bubbles in here. I'm just hoping and praying that they're not too big. All right, I think All right. So now I've got to find something to do with that 4 ounces of resin. All right, so let me first take a baby wipe and I'm just going to try to clean up the shell as good as I can. So that when we come back to do the next step, that will be all set to go. All right, I'm gonna wipe the outside. So I'm just there's a few bubbles that I can see, so I'm just trying to like work them out if I can and still keep this. There we go, got that one out of his little neck. So yeah, maybe I should have used this to begin with. All right, so I guess we're gonna leave this for the next step. Alrighty, guys. So let me see. I've got 4 ounces of resin, and let's see what do I have that I could do. All right, I have this other mold, and this is the one I think is the owl. So I know it'll probably only take like 2 ounces, but oh, how did I get a little green rock in there already? Really? Oh. All right, so let me close up these rocks because we're not rocks, but glass or whatever. I am, let me move this back out of the way, and we are going to grab some we'll grab some brown mica powder, and my fingers are so sticky it's knocking everything over. I am just going to lightly dust the inside not getting all of it, but just kind of sporadically, like on the feathers. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Sorry, guys. Oh, you're going to be yelling at me. So I'm just kind of like getting it on some of the higher points. And I will do his feet here a little bit more. All right. So we're going to call that good. And I am going to grab some white mica powder. And we'll pour half. All right, and I do have my cat mold here too, so I am going to grab some white. Because this is getting warm. I should have separated it. All right. Oh my, I mixed up just enough. Oh my word. How in the world did I do that? Well, that was a good guess. All right, so and we've got this cat. So I'm going to see if I can marble it. All right, so let's just scrape out the rest of this. And we'll put that in. So let's mix this up. And I don't remember what this cat holds, but I have like 2 ounces. Almost 2 ounces. All right, so let me get some black. All right, so this is black pigment ink. And one, two. And give it a spritz, and we'll give it a pour. Oh no. Are you kidding me? All right. So I'm just going to leave it, and when I come back to mix up the resin for the rest of the turtle, we can top this guy off at that point. Because it's just like literally a half an ounce. So yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna let that cure, and we will be back for the demold. See you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, this is pretty much set. I mean, all afternoon I've been like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? So I think we're gonna stick with the original plan, and I'm going to coat this with the black, with the dark green, and then we're gonna coat it in black. And we'll see how it comes out. I don't know. So I will try to get some of this intense chameleon powder up underneath this section as well. So I don't know, guys. This is saying dark green, but it looks purple, and I don't know if I'm even going to have enough. So we're just gonna go for it. What the heck, right? All right. And I just got to be careful on the edges because I don't want to break the seal from where the stones are. So I'm just going to kind of go around where the stones are. And then we'll just kind of color the rest. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. All right. So this is an intense chameleon powder, so it's gonna color shift. There'll be greens, purples, kind of whatever in there. All right, so we've got the shell coated, and I'm just gonna try, and there is little like bubbles of resin, so it's not going to be a perfect finish on the bottom, but you know, we'll see what happens. Because I don't want to break the suction from what we have. But I would like to get some color in there so it's not just black, if you get my drift. All right. Like I said, I've never done this, so I don't even know what to expect. And I am putting it on the stones, or the crushed glass that is on the side. All right. All right, we don't have much left, but we do have a little bit left. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of spread it around so we don't have any lines showing, if that makes any sense. All right. And I do not even know how much resin to mix up. I'm thinking 4 ounces, but all right, so I just blew out the excess. I'm thinking 4 ounces, but I'm gonna make 6 just to be on the safe side. So let me get that mixed up and I will be right back. All right, so I've got 6 ounces mixed up. So I'm just gonna put some black pigment paste in my resin. And let's see what we get with that. And I did not run this through the debubbler. It made way more bubbles than it normally does, and I don't know why, but whatever. We're gonna kind of see where we get. All right, let's stir this up. Ah, all right. All right, that looks pretty dark. All right, so let's, oh, and I hope and pray we have enough, guys. I really, really do. All right, so like I said, I made 6 ounces of my casting resin. I don't know if it's going to be enough or not. And I'm thinking maybe not. Oh, maybe. Because I know there's a few other artists out there that have made this particular mold, but I haven't seen them use stone. So I was not sure how much that displaced the resin. All right. And I just stuck my finger in it. Ah, crap on a cracker. Ah, that's not what I wanted this to do. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me kind of wipe this up. All right, so I guess we have enough because we're just kind of spilling over here. All right, let me grab a baby wipe, or 2 or 3 or 5, I don't know. All right, we got 2 here. All right, so we're gonna give it a spritz, and we will be back for the demold. I'm just gonna try and clean some of this mess up. Ah. All right. So maybe we're just gonna leave it. Let's just kind of leave it and see where we end up. All right. So I'm not gonna put this on the heat mat. It is already nighttime. So we're just gonna let this kind of go overnight and see what happens. All right. I'm just trying to clean some of my mess. All right. So I guess we're gonna leave it and we will see what happens by morning. So I did pop a bubble and we're gonna just see what happens. Alrighty guys, I will see you when it is time to demold. I will kind of keep an eye on it for the next half hour in case any bubbles come up. But other than that, we'll be back in a bit. Alrighty guys, this is cured. It is the next morning and something aggravated my hands yesterday and I had been up all night with my hands just itching and burning. And so, yeah, I don't know. The only other thing that I can think that I changed was my brand of wipes. So I am going to give my hands a day or two. So you might not see a video after this one for a day or two, just to try to figure out what's going on with my hands. Because this is brutal, guys. All right, so let's see how Mr. Turtle guy came out here. Oh, you know what? I got an unexpected result. And I will show you that in just a second here. Which is similar to what I was going to do on my next video. But we'll see how my hands do first. All right. Let's just... get this little bugger out of here. All right. All right. So, where I pushed the stones in, it left like resin on the piece. So look at that, how cool that looks. It's actually like, you know, something in his shell. So I have just a little bit of trim, not much. There are a few bubbles that came up. I do have a little bubble here, a couple here, but they're on the bottom, so I'm not too worried about it. I will fill them in with some UV resin. One over here, which I was kind of afraid that was going to happen by putting the stones in. But let's... Oh. You know what? That would have given a cool effect had that been all over the shell. But overall, I'm impressed. So I have no bubbles on this side at all. Oh, one there. One little bubble right there. But he came out so cool. And I kind of like that dark ring right here. Kind of like gives almost like a shadow, a little bit of depth to it. All right, so we've got to do something for, I'm just trying to see if there's an actual shape of the eye, or I think it's just around. All right, so let me, do I have a black marker here? Do not. Let me grab one. All right. So I'm going to use the skinny part, and I'm going to do his little nose. You know, it's trying to get these bad boys the same size. All right, so all right. And let me grab my white. So just can give him a little sparkle in his eye. And I think he's kind of cute. So yeah, what do you guys think? So let me just kind of go around. So I'm trying to lean this over. These deburring tools work really good depending on the angle of what you're trying to clean off. They don't work on every aspect, but for the majority they do. All right, so let me grab a nail file and my little rubber feet. All right, so these are my little feet. And this is my nail file. And I've got it at an angle, so I'm not scratching the piece. I'm just getting that edge to make it a little bit smoother. So this is, you know, something you could set by the door. You know, put your keys when you come in. You change. Jewelry, all kinds of different things. Yeah. And I will take some alcohol and we will just give them a good wipe down. How did I get a bat? I have not used my bat glitter in a while. So yeah. So you could also use a piece of cork on the bottom. You just peel them off, and I'm just gonna put like 4 feet on this. And that way there it sits up. It doesn't scratch your surface. And I just get these on Amazon. Yeah. And then we have a nice little catch-all. Now you could go around the edge with like a silver or gold but I don't know. I think he just looks really good just like this. What do you guys think? I mean, there's a little bubble there. I mean, the bubbles, they're there, but they're not sharp. So I will fill them in with some UV resin, but I'm going to give my hands a few days before I do that. Alrighty, guys. So this is the finished piece. I had forgot to finish filling my kitty, so we're not gonna demold them. I'm gonna put them here so I can fill them up. But this is what I think is. I think it's an owl. I don't know. It might have been a lion. Because, you know, I've been wrong on so many molds lately. I don't even know. So, even if it is a lion, I still think he'll be cute. All right. So, let me get my soapy water. And only because my fingers are so sensitive. We'll put some in there. You know, I get these molds, and then if I don't do them right away, then I don't know what they are, and then I'm trying to remember. And like the other one, I said it was an octopus, and it's not. It's a jellyfish. I'm like, I don't know my animals, guys. I'm a country bumpkin that lives in the woods. Oh my word. Come on, fingers, work today. There we go. Oh, it is a little lion. Oh, he's kind of cute. All right, well, let's give him some little eyes. And I got to use the skinny end. And this one's not wanting to stick. All right. Hang on, let me get a Q-tip. Maybe it had some soap on it. I don't know. All right, let's try that again. Yeah. Now he looks better. What do you think? I think he came out pretty good. And we'll just give him a little wipe. Not a little wipe. Oh my gosh. You can tell it's early morning. I have not slept hardly all night because my hands have been so itchy. I had to get up in the night and put cool cloths, and I would just like rub my hands on them. I was like, oh my God, they're so itchy. And I do have a history of eczema. So I don't know if it's just that flaring up, or the only thing I can think of different is the baby wipes. So I figured if I give my hands a day or two, then I should be able to figure it out. Because they were almost all healed, so I don't understand. That's why I'm thinking it's the baby wipes, because that's the only thing different. So either that, or I'm just going to have to go back to wearing my bigger gloves, because I know those didn't bother my hands. And I know some of you have said to get like the Temu gloves, but I mean, the gloves are gloves. They're there. All right, so let's get him wiped back out. And there we go. So yeah, these are our two. Once I get him done, I will open him up. I'll show you on a different video or whatever, but yeah. So I'm just going to take today, clean up, try to get some organization in this disaster of a craft room I have, and I'm just gonna like take a break from putting anything different on my hands. So I will see you guys. There will be another video, but it might be me painting instead. So Saturday there probably will not be a video because I am going to be at the craft fair. But if my hands feel better, maybe tonight, maybe I'll do one and I can post that one for Saturday. So yeah, there'll be something. I'm not sure what it will be at this moment. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for all your support and all your input. It really, really does help. Alrighty, guys. Bye.